Hey guys, Tori here, and I'm here with a new video. And today I won't be singing, so you can take the earplugs out. Breakups, the eternal process. So yeah, everybody knows that breakups are hard. It's something that everyone goes through at least once in their life. So you might be able to relate to some of the things that I'll say. I made a list of steps, something that I'll look to. And, well, let's get started. Okay. So, step 1. Suspicion. This is when you start realizing that, your significant other is just starting to act differently. You see that she or he is not talking to you as much. He's probably being a little more awkward, and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, like, he hasn't been acting the same way. What if it's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. So then, step 2, denial. This is after you start thinking about, this is gonna happen, oh no. This is when you hold still, you take a pause, and you just say, nah, we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure he's just having a rough time. We'll be fine. Anyways, he said together forever, right? Right? He said we were perfect for each other. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Step 3. This is the actual breakup. This is when you get that text message that says, can we talk? Or, I need to tell you something. Or something along those lines. And so you're just there sitting randomly in your room and you get that text message. And you look at your phone and you're like, oh no. This is when you know what's going to happen. So then you either call that person or you text them back or, whatever. And he just spits it out, Hey, so it's not working out. I think it's time to move on. And you're just like, oh, no, I understand. And then he apologizes or whatever, or he or she apologizes. And then you say like, oh no, I'm sorry, like, but really, it's their fault. Like, they're stupid. And so you just go back and forth, like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to feel you this way. I completely understand, blah, 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 all this BS, because inside you're thinking, like, no, this can't be happening. Why is this happening? But in your mouth is saying, it's okay, I understand, no, I get it, no problem, I'll be fine, but you know that you're not gonna be fine. You're not gonna be fine. Right after that is step number 4. And this is when you just hung up. You just hung up, like right after. And you're just standing there or sitting there and you're just thinking, so that just happened. And well, you're just standing there and you're thinking, it doesn't feel that bad right now. I think I'll be fine. Like, yeah, I think I'll be fine. I feel fine right now. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. This is just one small moment of my life. I'll be fine. And you're basically just, talking to yourself like, I'll be fine. Like, this is just a stepping stone in the pathway of life. But then comes step number 5. Depression. Also known as the ice cream binging step. And yep, everybody does this. And this is when you are, let me show you. Oh no. We were so perfect together. Why did he have to break up with me? Oh, we were so perfect. Why? Oh, I'm gonna miss him So basically, yeah, that happens. This is where you are on your bed and you are crying and you are talking to your stuffed animals and you're losing your shit. But step number 6 is a little worse. That is the anger step. This is when you are completely pissed off. Like you're not depressed anymore. You're not sad. This is when you are pissed off at the other person. When you legitimately think that he is an idiot, that he is a stupid little... He's a stupid little fucker for thinking that, it's okay to leave you behind. No. This is when you are red. You are red. You are just beyond everything else. No. This is, again, let me demonstrate. Oh, that little fucker. How could he do this to me? He was the one that said that we were perfect together. How could he do this? What the heck is this problem? Okay, no. He is so stupid for thinking that he can just leave me behind like that. You know what? He is gonna suffer without me. He needed me. He needed me. And he dumped me. So now he's gonna have to live out there all by himself. And he is gonna suffer without me. He's gonna suffer without me. And I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. You know what? I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna be fine. And that little fucker is gonna be over there crying and suffering. No! How could he do this to me? He said we were inseparable. He said that nothing would tear us apart. How could he do this to me? Oh, but he's gonna see. He's gonna learn his lesson that he needs me. He's gonna need me in his life. But you know what? No, I'll be over here. But you know what? He can live all by himself. He can be by himself. I'll be fine. I'll be over here. I'll be fine. So after you let off some steam like that, kind of like how I did back there, after you let off some steam, then you start going on with your regular life. If you're still in school, you go back to school. If you're working, then you go back to work. And so we have step number 7, reminiscing. This is when you are remembering every single little thing about him, every little single thing that you did while you guys were together, and nothing slips you. So basically this is when you are in school. Oh, by the way, if you go to school with your ex, if you go to work with your ex, if you see your ex every day, etc., wherever, this step is gonna be a long one, basically, because you see him every day, so you're gonna be remembering everything every day, and it's gonna be a lot harder to get past this step. So this is basically when you are just walking and you see this one guy, and that guy just flips his hair, and then you're just thinking, he flipped his hair like that. I remember when he used to do it, he just be like, and then you see a couple walking by. He has his arm around her, yes, my chick, And then you look and you're like, he used to have his arm around my shoulder like that, like that. I'm just like, and then that couple, that guy, kisses her forehead. He kisses her forehead, all cute, And then you're just like, oh, he used to do that to me. He would hug you and kiss my forehead because I'm sure he's... And then you see some random guy and he's using his phone. You're just like, oh, he used to have that phone case. Or oh, he used to have that phone. And you're basically remembering every single little thing. Some guy walks by and he has a birthmark on his face, and you're just like, oh, he had one on his face too. So you just remember every single little thing, everything. And basically every day, with almost every person, you find some little thing that just happens to be something that he had or she had. So it just takes forever. So then obviously if you keep seeing your ex, it's a lot harder because you see him and he does all those things that he used to do, like flips his hair, like snaps his fingers, little things that, humans do. And you just see him doing that and you're just like, oh, that used to be my favorite thing that he did, or something like that. It's just really, really hard, to get over a person when you see him every single day. So, I mean, it's just, obviously step number 7 is going to be a lot longer if you see that person every day. Because, I mean, you see them every day, you always remember things, you keep seeing how cute he is, or how funny he is, or what a cute laugh he had, or how blue his eyes are, or whatever. So, all that remembering and all that everything obviously will lead you to step number 8, which is depression part 2. You just go back to, the endless sobbing and the, crying in your friend's shoulder like, he used to do that, all that stuff. And, you go back to thinking, why did he leave me? We were so cute together. I miss him so much. All that crying and sobbing and mocos and everything. So that's there. Depression part 2, that's there. And then I have step number 9. Step number 9. This is the climax. This is the climax of the breakup process. This is acceptance. This is when you realize that, you're done. Like, it stops right here. You need to move on. So this is when you say, nope, I cannot live like this any longer. I need to move on. So, you move on, you're ready to move on, and you're just thinking to yourself, I need to leave this part of my life behind. Basically, get over it and just move on. You're not gonna forget it. You're not gonna forget something like that, especially if you had a really nice relationship. You're not gonna forget something like that. But you do know that you have to get over it, move ahead. Like I mentioned before, a stepping stone in the pathway of life. And this is when you realize that. And sometimes you may have some false alarms of step number 9 where you think you already, you think you're ready to move on, but in reality you see that person again, then you just go back to step 8 and go back to crying. So you have those false alarms. But when you truly, absolutely, really have step number 9, then you can move on to step number 10, which is redundantly called moving on. Well, I call it moving on. These are all my names and stuff. Step 10, moving on. This is when you are in the process of, again, redundantly, moving on. This is when you go out with your friends to distract yourself. You, what's the word? You prohibit yourself to, turn around and look at him or stare at him, This is the hard part. This is when you really have to think to yourself, like, nope, I can't do this. I can't look at him. I can't think about him. If you find yourself thinking about him, you just shake your head and you're like, nope, not gonna think about him today. Not gonna cry today. Nope. And you just slap that makeup on purposely. Like what I do, purposely, I would put on a shit ton of mascara, shit ton of eyeliner, so that way I wouldn't have to cry. So this was basically what I did, right after our breakup. I would always put on a bunch of makeup so I would force myself not to cry. And, let's see. I mean, yeah, you hang out with your girlfriends, you get with your best friend, the one that you can confide in, the one that you completely trust, and you talk to her about everything. You tell her everything. You tell her how you feel, or him, if you have that one really awesome guy best friend. You talk to him or her about your feelings, how you've been feeling, your thoughts and everything, and you just completely open yourself up. And guys, you do not know how much that helps. Like, this is a step where you need to do things that you probably didn't do before. This is when you absolutely do need to open up and say everything. Because if you keep it all those feelings, all those emotions, if you just keep it inside, you're not going anywhere. You are going to stay stuck in step 8, depression part 2. So open yourself up. I just turned this into a therapy session. Back to what I was saying. Yes, moving on. You do activities that keep you distracted. You talk to people. You meet new people and all that stuff. And, step number 10. This is, maybe the end of the process. The reason I say maybe is because you can have the optional step number 11, meeting someone else, to get into and the reason I think it's optional is because some people make the choice to stay off the menu for a bit, and they say that they'll be single for a while, and they don't take interest in meeting someone else. So yeah, like I said, step 11 is optional. Meeting someone else. My eye itches. This is, going back to the meeting new people. Because the odds are it's going to be another person that you probably didn't meet before. Maybe. Sorry, I burped. So you go out, maybe a friend introduces you to someone new, or maybe you go into a new class, and you meet this one guy or this one girl, and you hit it off or something. And you start going out, you start meeting the person, you start really getting to know him, bonding, and then you move on. That person that broke up with you those months ago, those weeks ago, those days ago, or whatever, is in the past. So that's basically it. Steps 1 through 10, optional 11. The process of breaking up. It's all complicated, it's long, it feels like forever. Because, it hurts. It hurts. And, yeah, we're young, we're gonna meet new people, we have tons of experiences to go through, but, that doesn't mean that someone that you actually had really strong feelings for, it doesn't mean that, you're just gonna push it away and just, oh, whatever, wipe it off the shoulder. No, if you had really beautiful experiences with that person, if you really, truly love that person, if you just spent a lot of time with that person and then all of a sudden it goes to, nothing, obviously it's going to be really hard, it's going to hurt, you're going to cry, you're going to feel like you want to scream, but you move on. You get through it. And it's part of life. Breakups, the depression, the sadness, the anger, it's all part of life. Back to the therapy session. So yeah, that's the video, that's it. The breakups, the eternal process. So thank you for watching, you guys. I know it was really long. I honestly did not expect it to be this long. It's actually dark outside now, so I had to turn on both my lights. So thank you for watching again. It was really long, I know, but I hope it was worth it. And if you guys like it, give it that thumbs up. If you guys think I should stop talking, give it a thumbs up, or a thumbs down, whatever. I'll get the message either way. If you guys think I should do more videos like this where I'm talking, give it a thumbs up, and write in the comments below what topic you would like me to talk about. Heads up, Danny and I are probably going to get together next week to film a video together. It's going to be a expectations versus reality video. but we're not going to say the topic yet. Just know that it's going to be a reality versus expectations. And I think we're going to have a blast filming that video, and it should be fun. I hope it goes really well. And again, thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you guys next Friday. Yes, because Friday is when I'll be posting videos. So, thank you for watching. Good night. Have a nice weekend. And goodbye.